Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 2 video. Quite recently in our videos, we went ahead and predicted everything we think might come for this year in Jurassic World Evolution 2. 2024 will have some brand new content to the game, as we discussed in the last video, but when will this content be launching? Well, today we're going ahead and figuring out its most likely release date. As a reminder, of course, no DLC as of yet has been named or confirmed besides through some mentions of further PDLC coming in 2024 in Frontier's financial reports, which you can also learn more about from some videos on our channel. Before we get into this video, however, I'd like to raise awareness for the current ongoing situation in this world. Tens of thousands of children are being killed and displaced as the days go on in the Middle East, whether that be Congo, Yemen, Sudan, or more specifically Palestine. With no end in sight, it is heart-wrenching to just sit here and do nothing about it. That's why I've started a fundraiser on today's video, so that those of you who have the ability to do so can donate any extra money you may have to this cause. Let's make sure that we protect the children who are struggling right now and are in need of the help more than us. It is never expected, but if you can, even a single dollar can go a lot further than you can possibly imagine. So let's strive to make a difference together. Thank you. Now for the video, make sure you're sat back, relaxed and enjoying your G Fuel after using code SWERVE, as it's time to work out when we could see the next DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 2 release. So the next DLC of Jurassic World Evolution 2 might be coming to us a lot sooner than some people may think. Now, at this point in time, currently on the 7th of, December, but no, we're in the new year, the 7th of January 2024, we don't know when this DLC is going to release, we don't know what this DLC might be, but that could change within, let's say, this time next month. However, what could this be if we were to speculate very quickly? Well, obviously, the one that we did discuss in my previous video would be the Manticore expansion DLC. It seems like right now we are lacking an expansion DLC, so hopefully the next DLC would be one of those bigger ones that might cost maybe about $15.99, $16.99 kind of, and be one of those that adds an extra story to the game, something that's probably worth the price tag more than these Dinosaur Pack DLCs. So we don't really know what it is quite yet, but since we only have 2 expansions compared to the abundance of Dinosaur Packs, I would assume and hope so that we would be getting an expansion DLC, whether that be something to do with Manticore, which we've discussed in a previous video of mine as well if you want to check that out, or this could be a different type of expansion, maybe taking place after the event of the Dominion DLC. We don't really know quite yet, but I do hope that it does mean that an expansion is on the way, simply because we only have 2 of them. So how many DLCs do we get per year? Well, if we were to go back in chronological order, if we were to include the deluxe upgrade pack for the base game, let's say, we got 2 DLCs in 2021, we got 4 DLCs in 2022, and we got 3 DLCs in 2023. So roughly we have between 3 and 4 DLCs annually, which is actually a very good rate for a game like this. So let's say in 2024, we're not expecting this game to be supported towards the end of the year. This is just an assumption based on what we can tell. So unfortunately, I don't think we are quite getting 3 DLCs just yet, but we do know we're at least getting one of them. And if we were to pay attention to the release date of all of the DLCs that we did got, they release, give or take, around 3 months in between one another. So therefore, we have a rule to begin with here. We have a 3-month rule. So the first DLC that we got was Jurassic World Evolution 2's Early Cretaceous pack on the 9th of December 2021, and then the second DLC was the Camp Cretaceous Dinosaur pack on the 8th of March 2022. Now, using this is quite vital simply because the most recent DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 2 released on the very last day of November, so we can kind of use the first DLC and the second DLC as a rough timeline estimate of when we can expect the next DLC in 2024. Likewise, the last DLC in 2022 was on the 8th of December 2022, and the first one in 2023 was the 30th of March, so we have a December and March consistent release dates. Now, the recent one, the Cretaceous Dinosaur Predator pack, that released on the 30th of November 2023, which means if we were to use the same logic here using this 3-month rule, we can expect something in March for the next DLC in 2024. However, because it did release in November, granted it was the very last day of November, we could expect at the very earliest a late February release date, meaning that we are just over a month away until that. But again, this is more likely going to be a March release date. Now, the other two DLCs that I did talk about at the end of 2021 and the end of 2022 did release in December, and then the DLCs that followed afterwards released in March. So I would highly doubt that a late March release date would be possible here, and I would probably expect the latest, absolute latest, would be mid-March instead. So I do thoroughly believe, after using some sort of mathematical equation in my own head, that the release date for the next DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 2 would be at the very earliest, very late February, and at the latest would be mid-March. Now typically I believe that DLCs release I think on Tuesdays, so if we were to look at late February, we have the 20th of February, which I think is a little bit too early, or we have the 27th, which I think is quite a sweet spot actually. However, when we do look at March, we have the 5th and the 12th, before all of a sudden we're in mid-March. So we could be looking at a release date of March 5th or March 12th for Jurassic World Evolution 2's next DLC, and maybe its final DLC, we have to wait and see, let's hope not, but that's when we're expecting to see the next DLC. Fingers crossed it does happen, because obviously with 2024 and given all of the circumstances we discussed in our previous video, things might be a little bit different in this year, so I'm just basing this off from our previous understanding of the 3-month rule, and I'm not saying that this is 100% confirmed information, this is just when we can expect it. However, again, given the circumstances happening at Frontier, who knows what this year might entail for Jurassic World Evolution 2, we just have to wait and see. But my rough estimate based off what we can do here is the 5th or the 12th of March 2024 will be the release date for the next DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 2. And again, this could very well be the last DLC for this game. So fingers crossed if it is the last DLC, it's an expansion DLC. But also fingers crossed that it won't be the last DLC and we could be looking forward to more PDLCs in 2024. Who knows? We just have to wait and see. So, while the DLC releases aren't confirmed quite yet, it is still exciting to know that we can work out and almost pinpoint an exact date as to when the next DLC may be releasing for Jurassic World Evolution 2, thanks to Frontier following a very consistent pattern in their releases. Hopefully this DLC won't be the last, and hopefully it'll finally be another expansion DLC instead of just a dinosaur pack. But for now, we just have to sit back and wait until we get an official announcement from Frontier, which, in itself, may not be until the start of February or midway through that month. We'll just have to wait and see as well. Once again, instead of subscribing or liking today's video, please instead turn your attention to more important matters on helping the children of Palestine and in the Middle East, so that they can be safe and well looked after considering the current situation going on. Make sure you're all keeping yourselves safe out there as well, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.